that's being sought, the answer is not in the mind. Okay. Fucking hell, but we've got a mind. Now, what do we do with that? All right. Well, we come to understand what we're not with that. And in the process of coming to understand that, actual self, terrible way of wording it, but true self is self-revealing, just reveals itself.
Right.
It doesn't need to be found, doesn't need to be sought. It's never been lost. It's never been anywhere other than just here. But it's in the, yeah, go on.
That seems so sensible, and that's maturing. That's growing up, if you like, or growing into who you actually are.
Yeah. We've got to see past the illusion of that we've believed ourselves to be our whole life. Have to see that. It's because if we don't, and this will sound strange, but it's true. If we don't, what we are not is going to go searching for what it is. Think about that. Yeah. What we are not is going to go searching for.
And it's the simplest thing in the world, Terry, isn't it? It's actually paradoxically the bloody simplest thing in the world.
It is. The problem is, Ross, people don't challenge the dualistic aspect of this teaching. They're scrambling and trying to work out what non-dual is. And they hear things like, oh, it's just presence. It's just beingness. It's just awareness. It's just here-ness. It's just now-ness. Okay, now I'm going to practice just being here now.
I get it. That's just reinforcing the whole thing again.
It does, because it's a person trying to practice being here.
And
you're already here. Which is weird.
That's life's conundrum.
Yeah. So it's,
Hey Terry, thank you for the work you've put in. This is not no thing, and some people myself, they can be mongrels to crack, if you like. But hey, appreciate your work.
No, seriously, it's a pleasure. It's nice to be able to speak to somebody that can go tick 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 tick, move. Yep, and you tracked with me the whole time then.
Matrix.
You just moved. You did. Yeah. You saw. I saw you saw. Otherwise, I wouldn't have moved on until I saw that. So, it's look. And I shouldn't put it this way. We're limited, right? But the problem is only thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of thoughts, there's no problem. And right here, right now, I don't know if you notice, but you and I can't see thoughts floating around the room. Right here. It's pretty chilled. It's pretty okay. Right here. No thoughts here. When we fall into here, when we fall into there, then a Ross character gets created. And not only that, like the whole world gets created. Your idea of the world is 100% completely unique to you. Your idea of the world and self and others and, the world and the universe even, it's completely unique to you. Now, there's 8 billion people on the planet, each having their apparent unique experience of the world. Now, which one of those 8 billion is actually the world? Which one?
Yeah.
None of them. None of them. It's just an idea. Again, it's just thoughts. Yeah. Like, for example, I don't know if we take a tree. I usually use that analogy, a tree, right? Okay. Now, if we remove the label tree, now what is that? The mind will get clever and we'll say, oh, well, there's a trunk and there's branches and there's leaves. We say, okay, let's remove the label tree, trunk, branches, and leaves. Now, what is that? Oh, well, it's it's still a thing. It's like it's there. It's there. I go, okay. Now let's remove the label thing and there. And so what we're doing is we're just stripping back the labels that this uses, that the mind uses, to create that, that we'd ordinarily call a tree. We strip all those labels back. And now what is it? And the only answer you could come up with is, I don't know. So, see, the mind, it works conceptually and symbolically. So not all concepts in there, all of it. There's not one thought that's real, a real thought. Because it's all constructed with words. It's just all words, okay?
I get it.
Yeah. So if we have, can you find just one word, Ross, one word that stands independent of all other words and means something? Just one. Can you find one?
Probably I.
And my question to you would be, what does I mean? And then you'd have to tack on a whole lot of other words to clarify what that I meant. Do you understand? So if you look closely, there's not one word, not one that can stand independent of all other words and have a meaning. Because whatever that word is, we need other words to create a meaning for what that word is. Do you understand? Yeah. So what the mind does, it's like a meaning-making machine. That's what it just, And the mind literally takes the label to be the thing.
Yep.
And that's all it can do. You can experiment with this. Literally, go outside, sit there, and just strip the labels back.
The mind needs labels,
But that's all it's got. Nothing else. Just labels. So it's the mind that's creating the seeming content of the room that you're sitting in right now. Chair, desk, wall, door, ceiling, lights, lamp, laptop. They're all just labels. And the mind takes the label to be the thing. Try and catch that. Try and catch that just in your own time. Try and catch that. That's important. And then you start to discover that there's a completely different reality that is happening right here, right now, in the absence of labels. In the absence.
I've known that, Terry, and it's
good. Okay, so then the thing for you to do from what we've discussed is you need to be absolutely sure of what you're not. So
thank you, mate. That makes a lot of sense.
I've
heard you say that to other people, and I hooked onto that as being one of the catch phrases, if you like.
Because this seeming self that believes it's a seeker is a complete 100% illusion.
It's a pain in the ass.
Well, it's not. It's an illusion, so it doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? It's a concept. It's a phantom. It's whatever you want to call it.
So these are the tricks. I call it a pain in the ass, and immediately I've dropped into that trap by labeling.
Good catch. Good catch. Yeah. Good catch. You know. So, but you know, you're onto it too, because where we actually are, and I'm not saying who we are or what we are, or but where we actually are is here. Sure. And even to say here is still not right, because it denotes here as opposed to somewhere else, and there is no somewhere else.
Just
Yeah. So yeah, you know that. Yeah, just stay. Yeah,
you've been very kind. You've gone further than.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. It's yeah. Just honestly, just come to understand what you're not. That's the key. That's the key, Ross. That's the key. Yeah.